Did you know your handwriting could influence your career prospects and even your salary? It may seem trivial in our digital age, but the way you craft letters on paper can speak volumes about you professionally. From perceptions of competence to influencing salary negotiations, the impact of handwriting might be greater than you think. For years, I've meticulously honed my penmanship, agonizing over each stroke because I understand its power. And today, I'm going to share that power with you. You walk into a business meeting. You're wearing a tailored suit, your shoes are polished to a mirror shine, and you've meticulously groomed your hair. You exude confidence. But then you pull out a pen and a paper to take notes. And as you write, your hand dances across the page with all the grace and elegance of a drunken spider. Your letters are a jumbled mess, barely recognizable as the English language. The perception of meticulousness you've worked so hard to cultivate instantly evaporates. Now, imagine this. You're at that same meeting. You're impeccably dressed, your confidence is palpable. But this time, when you take out your pen and paper, your handwriting is a work of art. Each letter is perfectly formed, evenly spaced, and pleasing to the eye. Your handwriting is clear, legible, and reflects the same level of care and attention to detail that you put into your appearance. Which version of you commands more respect? The answer is obvious. In a professional setting, clear, legible handwriting is paramount. Think about it. Doctors, lawyers, executives, professionals in positions of authority often rely on handwriting in their daily tasks. Would you trust a doctor whose prescriptions were illegible? Would you feel confident signing a contract drafted by a lawyer whose handwriting resembled chicken scratch? I wouldn't. In my own meticulous observations, I've noticed a direct correlation between the quality of one's handwriting and the perception of their professionalism. When you present a document, a letter, or even a simple handwritten note that is well written and easy to read, it sends a subconscious message that you are competent, detail-oriented, and take pride in your work. On the other hand, messy, illegible handwriting can signal carelessness, lack of attention to detail, and even disrespect for the recipient's time. It suggests that you couldn't be bothered to take the time to communicate clearly. And that's not a message you want to send in the professional setting. Remember, first impressions matter. And in many cases, your handwriting is the first impression you make. Let's delve into the fascinating and perhaps unsettling world of graphology, the analysis of handwriting for personality assessment. While not as common in the United States, graphology is a surprisingly significant factor in hiring decisions in certain parts of the world, particularly Western Europe. Imagine this. You've meticulously crafted the perfect resume, highlighting your skills and experience. You ace the interview, charming the hiring manager with your wit and intelligence. But unbeknownst to you, there's another factor at play, your handwriting. In some European countries, it's not unusual for companies to request handwriting samples as part of the application process. This sample, often a handwritten cover letter or a completed questionnaire, is then scrutinized by graphologists who believe that handwriting can reveal hidden personality traits and predict job performance. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds like something out of a spy movie. And I wouldn't blame you for your skepticism, but whether or not graphology holds any true scientific merit is a debate for another time. The fact remains that it's a practice taken seriously by some companies, and it's something to be aware of, especially if you're seeking employment internationally. Imagine the irony. A highly qualified candidate, their potential overlooked because their handwriting suggests a lack of attention to detail, or even more absurd, an inclination towards dishonesty. It might sound far-fetched, but in the world of hiring, where decisions are often based on subjective impressions, every detail matters. While the use of graphology in hiring might seem invasive or even unfair, it highlights the importance of presenting yourself in the best possible light throughout the entire application process, right down to the way you hold a pen. So if you're applying for a job in a country where graphology is practiced, it's worth taking the time to ensure your handwriting is neat, legible, and presents you as the ideal candidate, not someone whose penmanship raises red flags. Exams, standardized tests, certifications, the academic and professional worlds are rife with evaluations that hinge on the written word. But what happens when your penmanship betrays your intellect, turning your brilliant ideas into indecipherable scribbles? It's a scenario that plays out more often than you might think, and the consequences can be significant. Imagine this. You're taking a crucial exam, the kind that could determine your academic future or career trajectory. You've studied diligently, poring over textbooks and practice problems. You know the material inside and out. But as you put pen to paper, a sense of dread washes over you. Your hand cramps, your writing becomes increasingly erratic, and soon, your once organized thoughts are reduced to a jumbled mess of ink splatters and half-formed letters. Now, put yourself in the shoes of the person grading your exam. They're faced with a mountain of papers, each one representing a student's hopes and dreams. Time is of the essence, and they can't afford to spend precious minutes deciphering illegible handwriting. The sad reality is that poor handwriting can lead to misinterpretations, lowered scores, and missed opportunities. An examiner might misinterpret a poorly formed letter or number, costing you valuable points. They might skim over sections they can't decipher, missing out on your brilliant insights. And it's not just about exams. Think about essays, reports, presentations, any situation where your written communication is being evaluated. In a professional setting, a poorly written report could mean the difference between securing a lucrative contract or losing out to a competitor. The takeaway here is simple. Don't let your handwriting hold you back. Whether you're a student striving for academic success or a professional aiming for career advancement, the ability to communicate clearly and effectively in writing is essential. We've established that legible handwriting is crucial for making a positive impression, but its importance extends far beyond those initial encounters. In many careers, particularly those that rely heavily on written communication and collaboration, clear and efficient handwriting can be a significant factor in your upward trajectory. Consider for a moment the world of law, where contracts, briefs, and legal documents are the lifeblood of the profession. A lawyer with impeccable handwriting, whose notes are easily deciphered and whose arguments flow seamlessly on paper, will undoubtedly have an advantage over a colleague whose writing resembles the frantic scribbling of a caffeinated spider. Or picture a journalist racing against deadline pressure to capture the details of a breaking news story. Their ability to jot down notes quickly and legibly could be the difference between a coherent, compelling article and a jumbled mess of half-baked ideas. But it's not just about speed and efficiency. In many collaborative work environments, the ability to share handwritten notes, ideas, and feedback clearly and effectively is essential. Imagine a team of architects huddled over blueprints. Their annotations a chaotic jumble of illegible scribbles. It's a recipe for miscommunication, errors, and delays. Now, envision that same team, their notes and sketches a testament to clear, concise handwriting. The flow of ideas is seamless, revisions are easily understood, and the project progresses smoothly. In today's digital world, you might be tempted to dismiss handwriting as a relic of the past. But the truth is, in many industries, the ability to communicate effectively through the written word, both in print and script, remains a valuable asset. So whether you're drafting legal documents, scribbling notes in a fast-paced newsroom, or collaborating with colleagues on a creative project, remember that clear, legible handwriting can be your secret weapon in navigating the complexities of the professional world. You've landed the interview, aced the questions, and impress the hiring manager with your skills and experience. Now comes the moment of truth salary negotiation. It's a delicate dance, a subtle game of strategy where even the smallest details can tip the scales in your favor. And believe it or not, your handwriting could be one of those details. Now, I'm not suggesting that impeccable penmanship will magically compel a hiring manager to offer you a six-figure salary. But in the realm of first impressions and subconscious biases, every little bit helps. Imagine this, you're presented with a salary offer and you decide to negotiate. You take out your trusty pen, the one you meticulously selected for its smooth glide and elegant design, and with a steady hand, you write down your desired salary. Your numbers are clear, confident, and non-negotiable. Now, contrast that with a scenario where you fumble for a pen, any pen will do, and scribble down your desired salary with all the grace of a toddler learning to write. The message, whether intentional or not, is one of uncertainty, hesitancy, and perhaps even desperation. In the high-stakes game of salary negotiation, where perceptions of confidence and self-worth are paramount, your handwriting, however subtle, can play a role. A firm, clear signature on a contract can convey a sense of decisiveness and authority, while a shaky, illegible signature might betray a lack of confidence. Of course, salary negotiation is about much more than just handwriting. Your skills, experience, and the market value for your profession are the primary drivers. But when it comes to those final moments, when you're putting pen to paper and solidifying your worth, remember that even the smallest details can make a difference. In our increasingly digital world, it's easy to dismiss handwriting as an antiquated skill. But as we've explored, its impact on our professional lives remains significant. From shaping perceptions of competence, to influencing hiring decisions, and even playing a subtle role in salary negotiations, the way we craft letters on paper can speak volumes about who we are and what we value. While technology continues to evolve, the human element remains a constant in the professional sphere. And just like a firm handshake, a well-tailored suit, or a confident speaking voice, legible, aesthetically pleasing handwriting can leave a lasting impression and contribute to your overall success. So, the next time you pick up a pen, remember that you're not just writing words, you're crafting an image, conveying a message, and leaving an imprint on the world around you. Choose your pen wisely and write with intention.